The next time you're at your rowing machine, I want you to do this. Keep your legs straight and your arms straight at a nice neutral height, and then rock back over your body into a forwards position again, rock over your body into a forwards position again. Now find a stroke rate you're happy with and start putting in some power. And while you're doing this, take a look at the pace readout on your rowing machine. Then ask yourself, are you actually missing out on all that pace when you row? Now, very often I'll see rowers row like this, with a very upright back, with no shift forwards and backwards at all. Or I'll see this, with people completely leaning back way too soon and fighting against the weight of the machine, pulling too hard with their arms, with absolutely no backswing at all. Now, there are a few reasons why this might happen. Maybe you just don't know that a backswing is what you're meant to do, in which case start to incorporate that into your stroke. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you later on how to do that. Or it can be that some people have a lack of flexibility, or it could just be bad posture. And what that usually means is that the lower back is all slumped, the tailbone is tucked underneath them, and they're just not able to get into that forward lean without looking like a little turtle. Okay, so they need to improve their posture to be able to get that tilt forwards and backwards over their hips. But then the other people are the ones who do this. Whack the lever up to 10, drag factors at absolute maximum, and then they can't load up their back as they push with their legs. As they come into the drive, they have to heave against the weight of the stroke with their big arms in order to be able to take it. So they aren't able to get that backswing either. And all three of them are losing massive amounts of power. Now, if you're unsure whether you're like this, what I suggest doing is filming yourself from the side and take a look at your back and see if you have any forward and back tilt at all. If you are bolt upright, like I say, try to think about the forward tilt, backward tilt. If you are breaking your back too early, well before you connect your feet to the handle and you're fighting against it, then try and lower your drag factor and think about driving with those legs first with that forward tilt and then adding in the arms after your back tilt. But don't worry, I'm about to show you all that, because it's very simple to work this into your technique. All you need to do is a few drills. Now this starts off, let me get back at this again, by lowering your drag factor to somewhere a bit more sensible. Now, if you know about drag factor, what I suggest is setting it to around about 130. If you don't know about drag factor, then well, first off, check out the video that I have on this channel, which tells you what drag factor is and where you might want to set it. But then just set it to around about 4, okay? You're not gonna go wrong if it's down at 4. You are gonna cause issues on a clean machine if you're that much past 6, okay? So just get it around about 4 and you'll be fine. And then what to do is get yourself strapped into the machine, pick up the handle, straight legs, straight arms, and then just think about a nice powerful posture, okay? You don't want to be tucked under with the tailbone underneath you and your knees already up because of that. You want to be up, nice and powerful, okay? And then just tilt over your hips into a forwards lean, okay? Don't worry about the angle for the time being, just tilt forwards, and then with your arms straight, swing into that backwards position. A nice powerful posture, remember you're not slumping down, nice and powerful, and then just tilt forwards again. And then backwards and forwards, keeping those arms straight. Don't worry if your knees soften a little, that's absolutely fine, helps to protect them. Okay, so just tilt forwards and backwards. Nice pivoting over the hips. You're not kind of craning forwards and backwards like a turtle with no connection at all. It's a nice powerful pivot over your hips. And then once you're used to it, you can throw in the arm pull. Okay, so you swing over the hips and then you pull in your arms. So connect, pull. So you pivot to connect, then pull in the arms. And then release the arms, pivot over the hips again to return. So back, arms, arms, back. And then once you're happy with that, you can just return to that back only, because we're about to add in the legs. So get yourself into the forwards tilt, hold it there, and just bend your knees. And you'll roll to the front of the machine. You don't need to yank on the foot straps. Just get into the forward pivot, bend your knees, and you're into the front. And then to start the stroke, you push with your feet, you keep your arms straight, and you hold that forward lean, okay? We're just gonna do the legs on their own for the time being. So here we go, into the front, push. Hold the forward tilt, straight arms. And this is very important, to learn to push with the legs. You should feel yourself hanging off the handle. Your backside might even feel a little bit lighter on the seat. But hold that forward tilt, push. Connect the handle to the machine as you push your feet into the machine. And then when you feel you've got it right, you can then add in the back swing. Push, swing. Your legs push, then when they're about halfway done, that's when you finally swing. Don't push and swing at the same time. Push, swing. Push, swing. Okay? Push, swing. And only when you think you've got that timing right, do you finally finish with the arms too. And then you push, swing, pull, arms, swing, knees. Push, swing, pull, arms, swing, knees. And then it becomes more and more fluid as time goes on, and you get more used to it as a stroke. And what I suggest is that you break it down into its component parts in between full strokes. So you're doing a full stroke, but then just stop, do the back swing on its own with 3 or 4 strokes, then go back into a full stroke. Then maybe just do legs only, hold that forward lean, just to concentrate on it, to remember how it feels to hang off the handle when you're just pushing out with your legs. Then return to a full stroke. Because the thing is, if you have been rowing without this backswing for quite a while, the neuroplasticity, your body's its memory of how to row is going to be that early pull or that upright back or whatever it is that's been the bad habit that's been keeping you away from adding in that backswing. So when you lose concentration, your body's just going to return to what it knows, what it remembers. So you need to teach it the new way to row, to have this backswing in there. And don't worry if it feels strange. Don't worry even if you lose a couple of seconds the first couple of sessions that you do this. The fact is, it's not that it's wrong, it's that it's unfamiliar, and you need to teach yourself to row and to be efficient by adding in this backswing. And you will get there, trust me. It just needs to get into that point of familiarity where you know what you're doing. It's like the first time you picked up a barbell and did a deadlift or something, when you're like, what's going on here? I've got to do what with my hands? It's the same with this. Your deadlift eventually got better, you eventually got stronger, and this will be the same. Once you add in the backswing into your rowing, you will be faster. You'll be able to go faster for longer. You will be able to row more efficiently. Trust me. So, I hope you enjoyed this tip. For more and for free workouts and training plans, please take a look through this RowAlong channel here on YouTube. Until the next time, be well, bye bye.